And good afternoon, and welcome to Through the Static. I hope everybody can hear me. There was just a little bit of an issue that I was sweating profusely, like seconds before the music was coming on. Mark said my mic wasn't set up, and for some reason I didn't have the application correct. So I fixed it, and I'm here. And so welcome to Through the Static. This is Stephen the Medium with my wonderful hubby, partner, co-host,
handsome, smart, all of the above. Coach Elix. I was going to say Elix Synctron. Oh dear God, help me.
This is one of those days, and of course we have Mark, who is in the studio producing the show as he always does, and Elix and I are in the Batcave on the Cape, and still doing the COVID thing here that hopefully at some point we'll be back in. Elix and I
later.
Elix and I are completely vaccinated, and
Yay.
Mark is 50% vaccinated. So he's just waiting for, I think, the 4 weeks, and then he's going to be completely vaccinated, and I think we will be all good because that studio is really small. But, one thing I miss is that, as you can see on my Facebook page as well as YouTube, on ARA's YouTube, that this is a live feed, but unfortunately, because we're not in the studio, all you see is a still picture, or I think you see my picture. I think.
I'm nowhere to be found, but that's okay.
Yeah. That's interesting.
They can hear us live.
They can hear. Yeah, I can. It's interesting though. It looks like it says. I don't know. My Stephen the Medium says programming will resume shortly. I don't know if it's Mark. Can you see if on Stephen the Medium if mine's on?
You're on.
I am.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Perfect. So, alrighty. And I was talking on Facebook Live before the show started. I opened the slider. I'm in the dining room today, and I opened the slider because not that it's really like warm out, but the house got a little warm, so it feels so nice. And Elix, I don't know if you heard, there's a bird that I don't know if there's a volleyball game going on with the birds. There's a bird that is blowing a referee whistle. I've never heard a bird this loud in this. Have you heard that noise?
I haven't, but I've been on back-to-back calls, so once I put my headphones on, I can't hear anything.
It's loud. I just hope the right team is winning. So, and on Facebook Live, I also showed everybody. I went into I went into my whole life and what's going on with my sinus infection and Willy Wonka's certificate. I sang. It doesn't get any better than that, does it?
Well, truth be told, when you say that you hear a loud bird, when I hear loud, screeches, I can never tell if it's Steven, screaming because he saw a bug or because he's playing with the dogs, or it could actually be a bird outside. So, truth be told, tell me that's not truth, Steven.
Well, what is really pretty sick that I'm going to say this, but that is true. I am, if I have one phobia, it's of bugs. If you put a little bug near me, you're going to hear me scream. You're going to see me run. It's just, I don't know where that came from. I just am like that. And when we go to Puerto Rico, which I've gone, I lost count, right? So we get to Elix's parents' house. I think the cockroaches just wait and say, we're going to have fun.
Have to qualify that, because now you sound like my parents' house is now full with cockroaches. That's not true. It's when you're in a tropical environment, there are bugs that he normally wouldn't see in a cold environment. So when he sees a cockroach, forget it, people. The house has no cockroaches. Just saying.
But they wait for me. They just like this. The gringo is coming, and so we're just gonna wait. So if I go onto the lanai and I go to either go on the hammock or I've gone to go on a chair and there's a cushion and I go to move it, there's always a cockroach that is
not
under.
Necessarily a cockroach.
Well, all I know is that it's the size of a Mini Cooper. What kind of bug is that?
Let me also share. Years and years ago, of course, I grew up in Puerto Rico, so cockroaches are something that I know. what they look like. I also know that there is a variety that flies. And we were in New York City, and I saw
Dear
a
God.
cockroach that was flying, and Stephen was like, "That's there is not such a thing. There is not. You are just kidding me. There's not such a thing." And let me tell you, people. Then all of a sudden, this cockroach flew, and I think you could hear Stephen on the other side of the country. The scream was so loud. I'm surprised they didn't call cops, as a 911 emergency immediately.
Well,
So,
Elix, that is a funny story and a true story. But I got to tell you that I read someone this week, and he was I was validating something, and he brought up his brother, and there was a story about a bug. And for the first time, this guy is his brother was in the military, and he said that he is petrified of little bugs. And I said to him, "Me too." Like another guy that's in, and this is like this strong military guy who's afraid of little bugs like I am. So, but we've been having, ups and downs this week. Elix mentioned on Facebook Live. Elix, if you want to tell.
yeah, so, for those of you who were not part of the Facebook Live, this was a very hard weekend, for myself and Steven, of course, because Friday morning, first thing in the morning, my mom tells me that she's not feeling well. And my mom, at 95, she never complains about anything. She is happy go lucky. She's strong as strong can be. So when she tells me she's not feeling well, I take it very seriously. So I said, well, we're going to go to the hospital then. So we went to Cape Cod Hospital because that's the closest hospital to us. And, and of course, the hard thing is I cannot go in. I have to wait outside. And they took her and they did all kinds of tests. And then later on that night at 6 p.m., they tell me they're going to admit her. And so she was admitted to the hospital with fluid in her lungs. Thankfully, they once they admitted her, they allowed me to come in, and I could be with her. And there were moments where that was very hard because I was there when she experienced not being able to breathe, gasping for air. So I'm very thankful and grateful that mom did well. They put her on medication to remove the fluid in her lungs, and she feels much better, sounds and looks much better. So, if anything, I ask that you hold her in prayer because there's nothing better than the power of prayer, and we all can use prayer. But I'm asking for a little extra help from all of you guys.
Yeah, and the fact that she's back home and feels so much better, and can you hear that bird?
I can actually hear it, and I don't know if I can hear it from my office or I can hear it
I'm
through.
in love. I'm in love with this bird. But the fact that she's home and she's feeling well, she's going to see a cardiologist Friday. So you know what? We're all good. We have got so much blessings and so much things to thank the universe for, right, Elix? So that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
But
Even in the midst of adversity, we're grateful. We find something to be grateful about, and that's what we focus on.
And when you finding that just one thing to be grateful for opens up every other grateful thing that's right around the corner that will
True.
stay and remain closed unless you really acknowledge and just really, get to the core of things that you are grateful for. It's amazing. It's just amazing in how powerful it is, you know?
True.
So, okay, so I think we're gonna, take a break. So 508-222-1320 is the number to call if you want to call and get a reading. But just like I did on Facebook Live, I mean, I can't discriminate. I have my Willy Wonka certificate. And Elix, ready? Come with me and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Through the Static. This is Stephen the Medium with Coach Elix. And let me go to my first caller. Hi, this is Stephen. Who's this?
Susan?
Hi, Susan. How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, too. And I'm glad that I get to speak to you.
Me too.
So, Susan, there's a lot of loved ones screaming that they're so excited you're here. Let me ask you something, Susan. How's a birthday or an anniversary that's really close connected to you?
Today's my mom's birthday.
Oh my God, Susan! Wow. But Mom, is she the one who's crossed?
Yes.
Wow. How wild is it that she wants to actually let you know that she's here and just oh my God, Susan, I'm telling you to slow down. She you know what, Susan, she just said to me that she made sure no matter what today you were going to be one of the callers to get through. So just make sure you hang on to that. And is Dad crossed also?
No.
So there's a grandfather then, or a father-in-law. Do you have a father-in-law who's crossed?
I do.
Oh, so that's who it is. And who's John or George or Jim?
George is an ex-boyfriend's grandfather that I was very close to.
But he's crossed?
Yes.
Wow. Wow. Listen, you must be pretty powerful, Susan. You got exes. The exes loved ones coming through for you. It's pretty wild. I love it. You know, George just said to me, Susan would have never thought on this brief phone call that I would have been here. It's just letting you know that, but it's your connection, you know, with spirit, and it's also just who you are. You've got some people are just privileged, Susan, and born with this white light that just emanates from them, and there is no question. I mean, as soon as I even come close to your energy, I'm like, wow, your energy is huge. But your mom has the best sense of humor. She just said to me, does she still know I'm here? I love her. I love your mom. And she Susan, your mom just said to me that she when she crossed unexpectedly, or not when she makes me. Was this an illness? Like, was this like cancer or something that was in her body?
It was an illness, but it wasn't expected.
Oh, that's what it is. Because she just keeps talking about how it was unexpected, in that she keeps. Do you have 2 kids, or who's the 2?
I do.
Yeah, so she knows she wants to give a validation for her 2 grandkids, and how she's always watching them. And she just said to you, tell my daughter, Susan, that she's gonna be okay, because she keeps thinking, how is she gonna do this? And, you know, and I don't know yet, Susan, your mom hasn't told me when she crossed. And even if it's been a little bit, she makes me feel that in your energy, in your perspective, it's like it was yesterday. Like this just happened. There's a part of you, and I think it's also because you've got so much of her in you, you know, and I don't know if that's just the way you think, or just, you know, what you look like. I don't know what that is, but there's a blueprint that's very, 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 very close. And, Susan, she also talks about the young person in spirit. She keeps talking about a younger person. Did you have like a cousin, or it feels like it's a guy, and it feels like a boy who died younger?
Yes, I do have a cousin that passed away when he was 20.
Wow. So know that it's just your mom just letting you know that she's with him. And your mom, no question, Susan, is, you know, I don't see this a lot, but she's like the mayor in spirit. She's talking to everybody. And she just wants to make sure you know there's that she's fine, and that she's always with you. And there's also, I can't tell if this is a cat or a dog, but there's an animal she's talking about, and it's black and white. It looks like an Oreo. I don't know if this is 2 different animals, like one was black and one was white, or there's a mix of black and white. Did you guys ever have, like, or do have a cat or a dog that's primarily black and white?
I had a black cat and a white cat.
Wow, my God. Wow. But they're both crossed.
Yes.
Well, Susan, how wild is that both of these cats are coming through? That's why I said I wasn't sure if it was black and white or a black and a white. These kitties are just letting you know that they're around you. And your mother just said, thank you. Thank you and thank you and thank you. And just said to me, Stephen, if there's one thing I want my daughter to remember in this reading is that I never could have asked for a better daughter in my entire life, because what she did for me is something that I will never, ever, ever forget. So just make sure, I hope that makes sense, Susan.
It does.
So just make sure you keep that with you. And I'm going to leave you with that. And lots of love to you. And happy birthday to Mama.
Thank you so much, Stephen.
All righty. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
And let me go to the next caller. Hi, this is Stephen.
Hey, Stephen, it's David.
Hey, David. You know, in my meditation this morning, I had your mom with me, and there was no question that one of you were going to get through today. There's just no question, because your mother's smile, the viewers that don't know, I know David from just meeting through, I think, Facebook Live and the radio station, and he just unfortunately lost his mom, who was just an incredible woman. And I was so privileged to get to meet her twice in a larger event and that I did. And then, I was going to say one-on-one, but it was actually two-on-one, David, right? Because you came to my office with your mom.
Yeah.
And I remember at the end of that reading, I said to you, I want to keep your mom. And I think you said, go ahead.
Yes, I was laughed. Willing to give her away.
But she, you know what, David? She just, it's amazing. It's Diane, right? Your mom?
Yep.
She just, why is she telling me that she's like, tell David I'm hugging Morgan Mason? She's hugging somebody.
Margaret?
Who's Margaret?
Her mom.
Oh my God. Wow. So
and Stephen, she was unconscious when she passed, and right before she actually passed over, she mouthed the words, "Hi, Mom."
Oh, David, you just gave me goose pimples through my entire body. It's just one of the things that your mom just said to me too is that she did not want to leave. I mean, her kids were everything to her, and that she, I can feel her emotions. She did not want to leave.
Right.
And she said, but it's not because I didn't think that I didn't know my kids would be okay. Of course they're going to be okay. I've got the best kids in the world. It was more because I just didn't want to leave them. I loved being with them. I mean, how many moms can really honestly just say they loved spending time with their children? They loved being there. And the connection, David, with you was just it was crazy. I don't know how to explain it. It reminds me, and I think I mentioned this to you, it reminds me of my connection with my mom. Was my best friend, and that is a stake through your heart when it happens. But your mom, David, and you for your siblings, is standing next to me and then just keeps showing me how she's hugging everybody. She's her mom, but she said your father was first there. Like when she crossed over, her dad was there. I mean, your dad was there. And she said this is like a family reunion. But David, who else? This Margaret, but why is there another M name she's talking about?
My nephew Mason, he's here. He's 17.
Oh my God! I think I said Mason.
Yes, you did. And Stephen, she waited until Mason came to visit before she actually drifted off into her, if you want to call it a coma or whatever that.
Oh my God! And David, what she was saying is that right now she was hugging him as she's just doing like a rotating, hugging every single person. But she just said to me, Stephen, this will sum all of this up for my kids. That as much as they didn't want to lose me, as much as they loved me, they loved me enough to not want to see me the way I was and to let me go. And every one of them let me go. And that's the only way I could go. So
Oh, wow.
whether you
Yep.
said it or you thought it, it's just letting you know that it was time. And your mother is such a beautiful kindred spirit, because she just said, and remind my kids that we're gonna be together again. This is just life, and we're gonna all be together and have a huge reunion. David, just make sure you know that she said she's doing every single thing she can to make sure that every one of you can get through this in a very, very positive, strong way, and just make sure you keep that with you. Did she talk about being cremated?
She didn't want to be. She had told me, that's the last thing I want. I don't like fire. Don't you dare burn me.
Wow, so that's what. Well, she talked about being cremated. I love the fact that she actually brought that up and wanted to bring that up here. And your mother just said, and did you see the way my son said that? That the way I said it here, I still have the same power there. So these kids better behave, because I'm going to be watching each one of them. David, thank you
love
so
it.
much. I gotta stop because I have a break, but I'm sending so
Right.
much, as Elix and I, so much love to you and family. And I know I'll speak to you soon.
Yeah, we're thinking about you, David.
Thank you so much, you guys. I love you. Thank you.
Love you,
Bye.
David, too. Love you, Diane. And we'll be right back. And welcome back to Through the Static. This is Stephen the Medium with Coach Elix, and we are really sending so many prayers and love and healing to David and to his family and to that beautiful, beautiful soul, Diane, who's been with me all day and just hugged me when I finished the reading with David. So I don't know if David's still listening, but she hugged me with tears and just thanked me. She was just wow. Well, let me go to the next caller. Hi, this is Stephen. Who's this?
Hi, Stephen. It's Denise. How are you?
Good, Denise. How are you?
I'm good. Hello, Alex. I'm glad Mom's feeling better.
Denise, thank you.
I love that, Denise. As Elix said, any prayers are always great. They're so powerful. So, Denise, Denise, where's the? Why do I have a big dog here? Who connected to you has or had a big, it's like a German Shepherd or a Golden Retriever or a Lab. It's a big dog.
I had a German Shepherd growing up, and I have 3 Labs now.
Wow. So just know that the first thing I think I said, because the Shepherd's like shaking his head in front of me, the German Shepherd is shaking his head and just saying that he just wants to get a validation. That was, he just said many years ago, or was it a he?
Yes.
He just said that was many years ago, but he's still king. He's just still king. So he just wants to make sure you got other dogs, but he's still king. So, and he's always still funny. in the house with you and around you. But it's really great because he's also, he's got a very protective sort of, he talks though about biting someone. Did he snap, or was like, why is he, or was there another dog? Like, why does the German Shepherd talk about snapping or going at somebody? Was the Shepherd ever, or was there another dog, Denise, that you had? I don't know if it's the Shepherd or not, but one of them. We'll just keep it with you.
There was a white Shepherd that had bit me in the butt.
Denise, I should have you on every week. This is good for ratings. Was that your dog or just another someone's dog?
It was my husband's dog when we were growing up.
And it was a Shepherd that bit your bum.
Yeah, because I was like slapping my husband, in the arm, and the dog bit me in the butt.
Denise, it doesn't get any better than this. I love it. Just know that the white dog, the white Shepherd, just said he's sorry. So just saying. And plus, one of the Shepherds just said, but she was okay too. It was no biggie. I mean, it's not like I broke skin. I'm just telling you. That's what they're saying. What an amazing way to start you with the reading. Who's the father, Denise? Is your dad here or crossed?
My dad is here. My father-in-law has crossed.
This is really cool. Your father-in-law just said, not me, and I said, okay. And so this is your dad's dad that's stepping forward, a father figure. I don't know, like, were you young or did you not know him?
Nope, I was lucky. I knew all my grandparents.
So did you also know a great-grandparent?
When I was real little.
Yeah, I was just about to say, or was it like a very short period of time? There's a grandfather, and now there's grandmothers too, but there's a grandparent that just told me that either you didn't know them or it was very close, like you were born and, it was just, not many years or a period of time that you were here and then they had crossed. So just, it's when great grandparents come through, I think it's the coolest thing. It's always great. Denise, where does the dining room table or kitchen table come in? Does someone have someone's set, or did someone just buy a set, or is somebody like buying furniture? I just feel like there's something going on with chairs or a table. So do you have... Yeah,
I'm in the process of moving, and I'm not taking my kitchen table from my old house.
Wow. You know how wild is it that father-in-law or your grandparents or everybody that's here is just giving a really great validation to let you know that they know that you are moving and really what's in your mind about not taking. I knew there was a reason they were showing me a kitchen or dining room table, so that's the story. And don't. Someone very funny just said, believe me, she can let go of a lot of stuff. She's got a lot of stuff. Let me just tell you. Go to her house. Go to her house and take a look. She's got a lot of stuff, which is really cool, which is really funny. But someone also just said some but like beautiful, like very, very good stuff. And this move, just so you know, I mean, you're doing it. I don't know what the reason is, but it's a good move. That's what I just heard. Make sure Denise knows this is a good thing, and stay on that route of it being a good thing. It's do you know what it feels like, Denise? It feels like they're saying, don't think that you're attached to the house you're in or the place you're in, and that leaving that place is going to leave behind something. So I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's what they're telling me to tell you. So just make sure you just keep it with you, and also watch the birds. There's a younger person that just keeps talking about the birds. The birds. Did you connect with birds?
No, my husband ended up passing away in the home that I'm leaving, and I was concerned that my cardinal wasn't going to follow me here, and I just saw it today.
Oh my God, Denise! So it's your husband. Wow. And he knows about it, and that's why he talked about the birds. And listen, he just said you can't.
Table.
What I love it, and he just said you can't get rid of me. You can't get rid of me. That's just the way it is. You're But one thing about your husband, Denise, is that he just said to me, Stephen, the funny thing is that she knows I'm with her all the time. I mean, of course, it's a great validation to get and to know somebody else is giving you that, to say, do you know your husband is really with you all the time? But you two have such a connection. I don't know why he keeps talking about the rainbow connection. I don't know if there's a picture with a rainbow. I don't know what the rainbow is, but that's what he just said. There's a rainbow connection. So maybe there's something that's colors of a rainbow, a painting, a picture of, a rainbow in the picture that was taken. So just make sure you keep that with you. Or there's some significance with, a memory of you guys being somewhere and there was like this beautiful rainbow, but there's something with the rainbow.
There was a hot air balloon that landed in our neighborhood, and it was rainbow colors on the hot air balloon. That's probably what it is.
But a hot air balloon landed in your neighborhood? Is that what you said?
Yes.
But
I have a picture of it.
But wait a minute, but it wasn't supposed to.
No. They just landed and then gave my neighbor a bottle of champagne. You know what I mean? They sometimes do that.
How come no one's ever done that to me? I've never seen that.
I don't know.
But this is so cool. And the balloon was a rainbow color?
It was all rainbow colors, yeah. I'll send you an email. I'll send you an email of it.
Denise, you got it. I got to see this picture. I love, but your husband was here though when that happened?
Yes, yep. It was like 2 doors down from us in the neighborhood.
I love why your husband's giving that as a validation and these beautiful memories. That's what he's doing, and that's what this is all about. And I knew there was something very significant with the rainbow, but morning till night, 24/7, this guy is with you and walks. He just said walks every step of the way until you two meet somewhere far down the road. He walks every single step with you. Nothing. He just said to me, nothing's changed, Denise. Nothing has changed. Yeah, the physical, but sometimes this time she didn't want the physical anyway. Because I was, she was aggravated with me. so this works out. I'm always with her anyway. So it's not a bad thing. But this man is that bond you two have is very, very special. I don't see that level of love and bond in a lot of these readings, Denise. So you are a very lucky gal.
We were together for 47 years before he passed.
No, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised based on what he's giving me. So, listen, I got to take a break. So, listen, lots and lots of love to you, Denise. Thanks for calling. And
I'm going to email you that picture.
Perfect. Yeah, do that. I want to see it, Denise. And we'll be right back. And welcome back to Through the Static. This is Stephen the Medium, and let me go to the next caller. Hi, this is Stephen. Who's this?
Hi, Stephen. This is Dorothy.
Hi, Dorothy. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you for asking.
Well, I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad I get to give you a little reading. So, Dorothy, I have to start with, I don't know where to go with this, but do you live, or is there some kind of connection with a little pond or the ocean or water that someone lived near or used to go like on an annual basis?
Recently, my daughter has moved to where there's water.
Wow. So just know that everybody in spirit want to give this validation. The reason why I asked you that is because I kept hearing somebody kept showing me turtles. And I knew there was like at least one validation about someone lived near water or was around water. Even there could be more. I mean, maybe when the kids were younger, they had turtles, or maybe someone loves turtles. Maybe there's another validation with turtles, but that's what I was getting, turtles. Two. Why do I keep getting two? Do you have two kids?
No, I have 3 living and 1 deceased.
So it's got to be. Is it a son? Is that who's crossed?
Yes.
So no, because I just said, oh, you're Dorothy's son, and he was like, yeah. But I don't know why he's given me 2. Was he the second born?
Yes, he was.
Oh my God, that's why. I just said to him, why did you give me 2? And he was like, order of kids. So just know, Dorothy, that it's him. And he's like, Mom loves when I give specific validations so that she knows it's really me. He's like, even though she knows it's me because I'm with her all the time and around her. And but Dorothy, is his dad, is your husband crossed?
No.
So there's a really, really strong father figure. So this got to be your dad then, because it was either, I couldn't tell if it was his, like your son's dad, or your dad. It's got to be obviously your dad. Has to be crossed because he's was he tall?
No, not really.
What's
average height.
There's somebody that I keep seeing in spirit that's tall. It's a guy and he's tall. Was your son tall?
No, he was only a child.
Oh, okay. I don't know who this is, Dorothy, but there's someone who's very tall, like over 6 feet, that's just standing. I know, Dorothy, that this may just blow your mind, but I think this is someone from a long, long time ago that had a fancy for you. Is your husband is not really tall?
No.
Okay. Dorothy's like, I don't want to go this route with secrets, right?
He's average height.
No, but there's someone in spirit who brings me back, you like very young, in that he had a fancy for you. He liked you, and he's lanky, he's skinny, and he's really tall. So make sure that you think about who's Billy or Bobby, by the way. Who's Bob or Barbara or Bill? There's a B name, Dorothy.
I have a brother, Bob.
But Bob is still here.
No, he's dead.
Oh, wow. So know that your brother is also coming through to let you know that he's here. But Dorothy, mark my words, remember when you were younger of this lanky, tall kid that was very klutzy and clumsy that liked you. Maybe you didn't even know he...
I hope my mind can go back that far.
I just heard everybody in spirit say that's not going to be a problem with this one. Not at all. And there's a Jimmy or Johnny or Jack. And I don't know if this is the one from way back when, but there's a GJ, George, there's a GJ name connected to it. May also be somebody here in spirit that wants to let you know they're here, or it could be someone living connected to you, but I keep hearing the G or J. I think it's pretty cool, Dorothy, that your son is here giving validations. So is your brother and this old boyfriend that liked you. So I'm going to leave you with that, and you keep that with you, and remember that, Dorothy, because it's he wants to be validated, and but he didn't.
Has he crossed?
I think he has. I can't. It's a very good question. I can't tell because your son's talking about him, and I can't tell if he's still here or if he's crossed. I can just tell that at some point he was a tall guy and he was very skinny. So just make sure you keep that with you, and thank you so much, Dorothy, for calling, and you have a great day. Okay.
Well, thank you.
All right, lots of love to you.
His mom stays healthy.
Oh, Dorothy, thank you so much. That means a lot to us. Thank you.
Thank you, Dorothy.
Bye-bye.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Bye-bye. And let me just go to the next caller. Hi, this is Steven. Who's this?
Hello?
Hi, who's this?
Stacy?
Stacy?
Yeah.
Hi, Stacy. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
Good.
Good.
Stacy, I don't know what this is, so let me start here. Is somebody moving or moved or renovating something connected to you?
Yeah.
Is it I love Stacy. Yeah, Steven, you're the medium. Tell me more. Is it you or who is it?
I don't know if it would be this, but my husband's best friend died suddenly like a few weeks ago, so his sister is trying to take care of his house, and we have taken his son in.
Oh my God.
So there's
Stacey.
a lot going on in his house if it's him.
Oh my God, Stacy! Wow. So of course that's what it is, and that's why they're giving that as a validation. He's giving that as a validation. Who's Mark? Michael? Who's the M connected here?
So they call his name's James Michael, but his sister calls him Michael.
Oh my God.
We called him Bubba.
But he's the one that's crossed?
Yeah, he just died like I don't know, a month ago.
Stacy, he just gave me his name for you to let you know it's really him. And thanking, this is, I mean, above and beyond Michael, I mean, which is a huge thing, but just the fact that, like I'm talking to a soul and souls that are so incredible that took his, you said his son in?
Yeah.
I mean, it just wherever this goes, it's Michael. I can't even tell you is just in tears of just of joy that you've done that, and just he can't. I think you said unexpected, but he can't. Yeah. He still can't believe that he's crossed. It happened so quickly. I don't know why he keeps going to the head. I don't know if this was like an aneurysm or if this was some kind of accident or.
It's
but why
crazy you say that because none of us know. He was at like a girlfriend's house that he kind of kept hidden, and he died there, and none of us know why. But for like the last 2 years, he would always complain of headaches. So my husband thinks he had like an aneurysm.
Oh my God, Stacy, that's what he keeps showing me. My head is exploding, so it's just a way to let me know that he's giving that as a validation. So maybe it was exactly that connected, but the when Spirit shows me, in this case, Michael, when he shows me that he's like when he crossed over. He's sort of like looking at everybody like where am I? I'm not dead. Like I'm not dead.
Yeah.
And it's just a way to show me that it's very, very quick, and he just said to me, he had so much life to live. He said, but the perspective now of looking back at what he did in his life, he's just very, very proud of, and he's just very, very proud of his son. And the cool thing, Stacy, is he just said to me how proud he is of the people around him, and just points to you and your husband, and just is hugging the two of you as well as his sister, and just thanking you and saying, how could I be so lucky to have brought these two in my life? So make sure you wrap that around you, Stacy, and know that as hard as this will be and is, that you've got the stamp of approval from Michael and everybody else in spirit, and your spirit and your husband's spirit. So they're all just giving thumbs up and just how much they love what you guys are doing.
No, we wouldn't do it any other way.
Yeah, and I love, Michael just said to me, I had to, she's got this one, Stacy, tell her, she's got like a mile long, like spirit line, like waiting to talk to her. And they were all so gracious to say, you know what, right now, what Stacy needs to hear is from Michael. So it's a great validation, and I gotta stop here because the show's ending. Stacy, thank you so much for calling, and just make sure you keep what I told you, what Michael told you, okay?
Well, thank you so much.
Stacy, lots of love to you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So this hour, as always, flew by, and what great validations, huh, Helix?
Fabulous.
Yeah, and every time I finish the show, I always just think, I hope that the emotions, or what I think, what I perceive from people, they're very appreciative, and more so that they know they love what they hear. I mean, I'm just the messenger. That's why I do this, and that's what makes this worthwhile. People know they love what they hear.
I think they do.
I hope so. So to people, like, who are you?
Who am I?
Well, who are you? Where are you?
I am Coach Elex, and if you're not following me behind the 8th ball, you need to follow me at Coach Elex on Instagram and Facebook. And I have a show here Fridays at 1, Get Direct with Coach Elex, and I am going to be on live this Friday. So you better join in. We're going to be talking about, we're going to continue the conversation about significant moments and how they can be friends for our lives. Sometimes good things, sometimes not so good.
I love it. And I was a big part of that show, giving my story. And I got to tell you, just listening to you and the feedback just helped me, even at this level. It was pretty cool. So, all right, and I want to give a shout out to Mr. Mark. He has his show right before mine, Mark's Jukebox 3 to 5. So check it out because it's a great show, and he is the one that produces mine and Elix's show on Friday. Seriously, check out Get a Grip with Coach Elix at 1 p.m. And you can find me everywhere. I'll probably be downtown Cape Cod on the street tonight. Pull my leg, my pants up, and people pull my leg. Do you think that'd be good? It's been a very odd show for me. I think I blame my sinuses, medicating antibiotics I'm on. That's what I blame. So, but you can find me, Steve, in the Medium. And I can tell you one last thing is I'm very excited. Elix, we got a package today from Puerto Rico from our favorite bakery, Elix, where Elix grew up in Ponte, and Elix is going to make sandwiches from his bread that I could eat 17 loaves.
And you do. And by the way, that reminds me that we haven't done our live behind the scenes because everything was going on with my mom, but we will be coming to a theater near you very, very soon.
Absolutely. So thank you, everybody. Have a great Wednesday, and we will see you soon. And lots of love.
Bye, everyone.